If you've ever wanted to start a YouTube channel, or if you already have a YouTube channel but would like to take it to the next level, today I'm going to be giving you 15 tips, things that I've done right and things that I wish I would have done differently when it comes to my YouTube journey. So welcome here guys, I'm Chantel and I got my start over on BookTube, which if you're not into books is just a niche area of YouTube where people talk all about books, and it has since expanded and I now have 3 YouTube channels because I have kind of fallen in love with this format of sharing content in a personal way. I started out as a blogger and you just can't get as personal in blogging as you can on YouTube, and I love it. Hence the 3 channels. So like I said, today I'm going to be sharing, I was going to say 3. I don't know why 3 channels. I'm going to be sharing 15 tips, things I either did right or wish I would have done differently when it comes to starting my YouTube channel or channels. And the first tip is just to start. Now this is something that I actually did. I barely watched any YouTube before I decided, hey, I want to be here. I watched maybe a couple BookTube videos and then I just wanted to be part of the community. Whereas I know lots of people that and ha over the idea for a really long time. And the truth is, you're never going to get better if you don't just start. You'll never know if it's something you want to do or not if you don't just start. So my number 1 tip, the best thing that you can do is just start. Start today. Don't even wait. Just start making your plan today. Okay, now after you have started, my second tip is just to pick a schedule and commit to it. Look at your life, see how many times a week you can carve out space to film and edit and schedule or post a video. Now at the beginning, you might just want to commit to 1 video a week. Maybe once you kind of get into the groove, you're like, oh, this actually doesn't take as much time as I thought. I can bump it. But start with creating and committing to a schedule for yourself. And then as well, go ahead and once you start your channel, announce your schedule to your audience. I think it's good for people to know kind of when they can expect videos from you, and it's good for you to have that pressure knowing that people are waiting for you to post a video. So if you say I'm going to post every Monday, if you don't show up, people might notice, and it's kind of a bit of a guilt factor, but in a good way. Honestly, if you didn't show up for your job, you wouldn't get paid or possibly wouldn't have a job. So this gives you a little bit of positive pressure, I think. And then in relation to that, my next tip is to post minimum once a week. YouTube really likes, I don't know if it has a specific number of videos it likes, but if you're not posting weekly, I think the algorithm doesn't really like that. As well, people don't. And I've noticed this when I have followed people that post either more frequently or less frequently, or during things like Vlogmas. The more people post videos, the more I feel like I'm part of their life or a part of their journey or a part of whatever it is that they're sharing, and the more I want to watch videos from them. If during Vlogmas I get really into watching someone's video, and if you're not sure what Vlogmas is, it's around Christmas time. A lot of people post a video a day during the month of December leading up to Christmas. Some do every other day. But when I get really used to seeing a daily or an every other day video from someone, then when there's a lull, I kind of care less about their life and I don't really care to click on their next video. But the more they post, the more I find I'm interested in clicking on their videos. And I don't think that's just me. So post minimum once a week. See if you can maybe squeeze in your schedule a second video a week. I am currently kind of testing this, and I think I'll do a follow-up video does posting more often actually help your channel? And I'm hoping to have some stats and stuff to go with this. Okay, tip number 4 is going to be to get your first 10 videos out as soon as possible. So if people come to your channel and you only have 1 video for them to watch, they're not going to be able to binge any content because there's nothing else for them to watch other than your 1 video. And there's a few different reasons actually that posting 10 videos as quickly as possible is a good thing. First of all, it will help you get more comfortable in front of the camera. It gets that awkward, because it is weird to talk to a camera at the beginning. When now I can think oh, so-and-so watches my channel, I'm kind of just having a conversation with them. At the beginning, you don't know who's watching. It's kind of awkward. So you can get over that much quicker if you can get those 10 videos up as soon as possible. And then like I said, there's videos there when people stumble across your channel. There's a couple for them to watch, and I think it gets rid of that empty space feel. You know, if you move into a new house and you have no furniture, your house feels kind of bland. And I feel like our YouTube channels are like a kind of like a welcome mat, and our furniture, and if we don't have much to share, it's just a little boring. Okay, so this next one just depends. If you know your niche, like, go ahead and dive right in. If you don't, for those first 10 videos that you're going to be doing, just throw spaghetti at the wall. I talked all about like picking a niche and gave you some tips on how to figure it out in my last video, which I'll leave linked up there for you. But one thing you can do for those 10 videos is try a few different types of videos. If you have a few different things you want to test out, like I said in that other video, maybe you'll find like, I like this topic, but I don't like to film this topic. That has happened with me. I thought I liked decluttering videos. It turns out I just like to watch them. I don't like to film them. And so you might find that you're passionate about something, but it turns out you're not passionate about filming it. So give a few different things a try, see what you like the best, see what YouTube / your audience likes the best. If you know a niche though, stick to it. So like if you are wanting to start a booktube channel, talk about books. And the other tip that I gave in my previous video is you can insert more personality via like vlogs and stuff, but if you're going to pick a niche that already has a community online, like something like booktube, it is important to keep that as like your main topic, because that's what the community is there for. I do think the booktube community is one of the more unique ones online. If you want to do like tech tips, not that people can't be friends in that same realm, but it's more a competition, whereas booktube is honestly like, it's a community and it has a different feel to it. Honestly, I think everyone should start a booktube channel. If you read anything, the community is so great. Okay, I think tip number 6 that we're on is to know that trendy videos can be good. So if you see something in your niche, or maybe a video that's not like exactly in your niche, but that is trending in a different one, they can be good because they can draw in some new people. This is like, those are the kind of videos that bring in new audience, new subscribers. So you could, once you've got a few videos out there and you can look at your analytics, you can see what kind of videos people that watch your channel are also watching, and see if there's something in there that you can be doing with one of those trendy videos, kind of either making it your own, or like if you are in the booktube niche, so many of the videos have already been done. Just because someone shares their 5 favorite fantasy books doesn't mean that you're completely copying them by sharing the same thing. Everyone has a completely different take and opinion on types of books, but other niches all have like different trendy videos that do well. So take a look at your analytics, take a look at what seems to be popular in the niche that you're in right now, and maybe those kind of videos will help grow your audience. Now we're on to number 7, and that is equipment. The first thing I would say is don't let your equipment stop you. Use whatever it is you have at your disposal. If you're watching this video, you probably at least have like a phone that you can film on. I started on my phone, then eventually I added a microphone to my phone because my phone didn't have good audio, and then I upgraded my camera, and then I upgraded my lens. You don't have to have the perfect setup right off the bat. Start with what you have. Those first 10 videos are going to be kind of awkward anyway, so you may as well, you know, use your not so great equipment for those 10 videos, and then eventually once your channel gets monetized, or if you're willing to invest a little bit of money into your channel, save a little bit of money so you can like slowly upgrade your equipment. Don't let just having a phone stop you from having a channel. Number 8, and this one I feel like I'm not always good at, especially depending on which channel I'm posting on, but that is to think about your thumbnail before you're filming and while you're filming. So depending how you want to do it, a lot of people like to take a picture for their thumbnail. Some people like to do a screenshot, but when I do a screenshot for my thumbnail, I will like specifically pose for the thumbnail, not just try to take a screenshot of when I'm talking, because chances are then you'll have like thumbnails that will be like really awkward, because we look really strange when we're talking, and very rarely do we take time to like actually look at the camera and smile while we're talking. You'll really notice it if you like scrub through when you're editing, if you're trying to look for a screenshot. My first, I don't know how many months on booktube, I for some reason it never dawned on me to like really think about a thumbnail, and there's some awkward ones. I did the best I could with what I had. But once I learned that maybe I could just, take a few seconds after and pause for a thumbnail, I feel like the quality got a lot better. And this is a mistake a lot of people make in the beginning because you're so focused on your video that you forget that you're gonna need a thumbnail. And then if you don't edit your video on the same day, you might be in a different outfit, so like then going back and making a thumbnail gets a little awkward. So think about this before you're filming and during so that you can pause at some point to take a thumbnail. Oh, and just so you know, you're gonna feel completely ridiculous while you're doing it. Okay, so tip number 9 is to work with search when it comes to titling your videos, but also add some personality. If you want new people to find your channel, you have to name your videos in a way that they can find it, maybe something that they're searching. So for example, I don't even know exactly at this point what I'm gonna be titling this video. Something like if I was starting a YouTube channel today, or tips for starting a YouTube channel. I feel like the second one there is something that people will actually be searching. But then what I like to do is not just leave it at that. I always make my titles almost as long as they'll let me, so you get 100 characters. Sometimes I'll add an emoji depending on what the topic is, and then sometimes I will just add a little bit of personality to my title. So if I go back to some of my booktube videos, which sometimes I feel like those ones are the most personal, so let's look here. So for example, I have my September and Autumn TBR. So that part of the title is ready for search, right? People could be looking for a September TBR or an Autumn TBR. And then I have a little autumnal leaf emoji. And then I wrote, I'm going for all the cozy autumnal vibes. Now that part's more personal. That's just how I'm feeling. But also it is good for search because the words like cozy and autumnal, a lot of people are searching at this time of year. So another one I did a while ago was a little free library tour and book haul. Both of those are very like search driven, little free library tour, book haul. And then I wrote, it's like treasure hunting, because that's how I feel about little free libraries. People aren't going to be really looking for little free library tours when they're searching treasure hunting. But I like to use all the characters I can just to kind of both work for search and show my personality a little bit, or give like a little sneak peek of maybe something else that's in the video. Number 10 is to lean into what makes you unique. So chances are whatever topic or niche it is that you want to get into, chances are it already exists in some way here on YouTube. Like unless you're gonna go, looking around my room, unless you're gonna have a channel about ragdoll cats that have white patches on their face. Looking at my cat, like it's a cute little feature, but I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of a niche for that. But even if you just did ragdoll cats, I'm assuming there's channels on here about ragdoll cats. I've never searched. I'm searching right now. Yes, there are many. So there's like a channel just called Ragdoll Cats. It's Ragdoll Cats London, and then there's numerous specific ragdoll cat channels. So while everything kind of feels like it's been done before, think about what makes you unique. So for my booktube channel, specific genres can make you unique, or maybe the fact that I'm a homeschool mom makes me unique. I kind of just lean into who I am and carry it through my channel. When it comes to this channel, I'm talking about like online income and being an entrepreneur, side hustles, etc. There's tons of channels like this on here, but I'm specifically trying to target people who are kind of like me, so maybe homeschoolers or just moms, and I'm trying to be transparent, to take you along on the journey, not just teach you when I've hit it big kind of thing. And those are things that are true about me that I'm trying to lean into when creating videos here. So find out what makes you unique for your niche and just go ahead and lean into it. It's okay to be different. It's actually a good thing. Okay, number 11, and this one, don't do too much, but it is good to take a look at your YouTube analytics. Now, don't get sucked in and check it a million times a day and be like, oh no, I lost a subscriber, or oh no, this isn't, like, I mean, we can all fall down that rat trap and just kind of spiral a little bit. But every now and then take some time to like study your analytics, see which videos are doing well, see other videos, like I said before, other videos that your audience is watching. If there are specific videos that have done well, can you like redo them in some way, do a follow-up, etc. So take a look at your analytics, see what you want to do more of, different elements that you can pull in. Number 12 is kind of like, you know, once you've been doing this for a while, I think it's good to make a decision. Is this something that you want to do as a hobby? Is it something you want to do as a side hustle? Or is it something that you would really like to make a full-time income from? And prioritize it as such and mentally refer to it as such. So if this is just a hobby, that's totally fine. It's a fun hobby. If you want to make a part-time income from it, that's great too. And if you want to try to make it your full-time gig, just know it's going to take a lot of hard work, but take that time and work on it. And then if it is something you want to make into a full-time gig, now is a good time to start thinking of different ways you can be making money from your channel. Are you going to make digital products? Are you going to take on sponsorships and brand deals? Or how are you going to make money other than just YouTube AdSense? Okay, we're rounding out the last 3 now. We're on to number 13. And this one is just a tip. You will probably, maybe you're better at this than me, but I can never guess which videos are going to do well. I will have an idea and I will be like, oh, you know, people will love this, YouTube will love this. This one's going to be a good one. And like almost every time that video flops. And then I will put out a video where I'm like, ugh, I don't know, it feels like that was just for me or whatever. I don't think it's going to do well. And then those ones do well. So I think, you know, if you're going into, like if you schedule a video and you're like, I don't know, let it push out there because you don't know which ones are going to do well. Don't let perfection stop you. Don't just post videos that you are very impressed with, that you think will do well, that you think might be the next viral video. Just continue making videos. Don't get discouraged when you feel like one's going to do well and it doesn't. Just keep pushing on because you never know. A video that you think won't do well might just do well. Okay, and the last 2 are kind of specific. I think eventually I would like to do a video kind of helping you give your channel a bit of a, what's the word I'm looking for? A bit of a audit, I guess. So the number 14 that I'm going to be sharing is make a custom banner and customize your channel, like front homepage kind of thing. When people click over to your channel, you want to make it kind of like your home. You know, like I was saying before, you don't want your home to be empty. You want it to be well organized. So have some playlists on there, have a nice channel art, and just make it look like an inviting place, a place where people can kind of get lost into all the videos. And I think this is something that is quite overlooked. And then the last one, we're ending kind of on a boring one, but I think it's actually very valuable. Number 15 is to add tags. And I would start by saying add tags to your channel. So you can do this in your channel settings. Add general tags about like how most of your videos will kind of fall under here. So since I kind of switched where this channel was going, I now have things like online income and making money online, etc. In my channel tags. And then also go to your I don't actually know what they're called, but like auto uploaded inserted tags, and add those tags in there as well, so that when you go and create a video, a bunch of those tags are already populated for you and you don't have to type in the same things every time. I guess I'll add like a sub one onto that. Also, make sure you have a bit of a description that auto uploads, maybe just a like 1-2 sentence max blurb about yourself, maybe a couple of links to different places that you are online. That saves a lot of time, and it's really good to have that information so people can figure out how to find you elsewhere. So, things like sign up for your newsletter, go to your website, find your Instagram, etc. So I hope these 15 tips have helped you. They're things I either did well or wish I would have done better. And they're things that I am thinking about as I'm kind of like starting this channel from scratch, starting it with a bit of a focus now. And I'm just excited to be here, you guys. If there's something in the online income side hustle type YouTube maybe, but other things are totally okay too, any of those topics that you would like to see certain kind of videos on, let me know in the comments. Thanks so much for being here.